Hey guys, it's Titan. Blizzard's at it again, and they're being sued this time. Let's get into it, shall we? California sues Activision Blizzard over alleged harassment. One of the world's largest game companies is being taken to court over an alleged frat boy culture that discriminates against women. Activision Blizzard is accused of unequal pay, promoting men over women, and widespread sexual harassment. California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing, the DFEH, is taking legal action against the company following a 2-year investigation. Activision called the action disgraceful and unprofessional and called the DFEH unaccountable state bureaucrats. Now, first of all, it's been a 2-year investigation. I don't think they'd be suing without any evidence. And to call the action disgraceful and unprofessional, no. Your employees are potentially committing crimes. They are taking legal action against you. That's not disgraceful and unprofessional. It sounds like you have a mob mentality the way you're talking. The company is one of the largest and most successful game companies, publishing major titles: Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and many others. The DFEH made extensive allegations about an ingrained culture of discrimination and sexual harassment. Female employees almost universally confirmed that working for defendants was akin to working in a frat house, the DFEH legal filing claims. Now, I mean, come on. If people are corroborating their evidence, then, I mean, it's blatantly clear then that they are in the wrong. I don't know what's going on with Blizzard anymore. Excuse me. In the office, women are subjected to cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior towards female employees. Male employees would also proudly arrive at work with hangovers, play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, discuss sexual encounters, or joke about rape. Okay, that's just not right. You should not be joking about rape in the workplace. That is irresponsible, it makes people uncomfortable, and it's not right. Don't do it. And such workplace cultures were a breeding ground for harassment and discrimination. Female employees are subject to constant sexual harassment, the DFEH alleged. High-ranking executives and creators engaged in blatant sexual harassment without repercussions. And when formal complaints were made, Activision failed to take effective measures to solve problems. Instead, complaints were dismissed and not kept confidential. That is a huge problem. That is a massive problem. Activision is at fault for not taking action. And not keeping the complaints confidential means that those people are now open for the accused to retaliate against them. Ooh, I sexually harassed you. You've gone and complained about it now. I know about it. Now I'm gonna go. I'm out to get you now. Now I'm gonna make your life a living hell, and that's not right. That's not right. As a result of these complaints, female employees were subject to retaliation, including but not limited to being deprived of work on projects, unwillingly transferred to different units, and selected for layoffs, the DFEH said. One female employee had even killed herself due to a sexual relationship with her male supervisor, the DFEH claimed, a tragic example of the harassment that defendants allowed to fester, an allegation Activision strongly denies. She had gone on a company trip with them, before which another employee alleged male co-workers had passed around intimate photos of her at a party. But Activision said we are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case, and with no regard for her grieving family. It is this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California. Oh, that is a lot. Oh. I mean, Blizzard, do you get it? Someone killed themselves because of the harassment. Someone actively went and killed themselves, and passing around intimate photos of someone around the office is not legal. That's not legal. Whether it's digital or physical, that counts as revenge porn. Whoever participated in that, I hope they get charged. And no, I'm sorry, I don't think pulling this issue into how can I put it? We are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of the employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever. It does have bearing. Because this just proves how bad it is. People are getting PTSD. People are killing themselves. People don't want to mingle with male workers at your company. It's terrible. And the grieving family of that person who committed suicide deserves justice. They deserve justice. And the people who led to her suicide should be charged. They definitely should be charged. And this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California. First of all, that has nothing to do with the case. They aren't unaccountable state bureaucrats. They are held to account if they do something wrong. The other thing is, that's not what's driving businesses out of California. That's other things. And that has no bearing on this case. This case is about sexual harassment, not about places driving companies out of states. Pay disparity and other career barriers were also common inside the company, the filing claims, which mean many women leave. The company's workforce is only about 20% women, it says. Only 20%? So shameful. Its top leadership is also exclusively male and white. What's wrong, Blizzard? You don't like black people? You don't like Indians? You don't like Asians? You don't like Native Americans? What is it? Are you just racist? Or are you racist and sexist? I think it's both. And it's disgusting. Women across the company are assigned to lower paid and lower opportunity levels. Female employees receive lower starting pay and earn less than male employees for... Why is there a hair? Female employees receive lower starting pay and also earn less than male employees for substantially similar work. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. They should be paid the same for the same work. And when one female employee taking on managerial responsibilities asked for a pay increase and promotion, her manager commented that they could not risk promoting her as she might get pregnant and like being a mom too much. Are you kidding me? Really? She's not allowed having kids? Or, sorry, wrong way to phrase it. But you are making her not want to have kids by saying, sorry, we can't risk it. Because you might get pregnant, which isn't a bad thing. And you might like being a mom too much. What the hell is wrong with you, Blizzard? What? Jeez. The DFEH also noted women of color were particularly vulnerable targets of discriminatory practices. In its fierce rebuttal, Activision said the DFEH filing includes distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. I don't think it does. Because if people are stepping forward as witnesses and corroborating the evidence that they have against you, then your statement there is categorically false. The picture the DFEH paints is not the Blizzard workplace of today, it said, adding that it made significant changes to internal procedures and introduced compulsory anti-harassment training. Okay, first of all, if it's not the workplace of today, why did you add compulsory anti-harassment training? Clearly there had to be a problem for you to add compulsory anti-harassment training to your company. You wouldn't do that if there wasn't a problem. You see it. Do you see it, Blizzard? I see it clearly. The DFEH was required by law to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and to resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation, but they failed to do so. Instead, they rushed to file an inaccurate complaint. The DFEH, in its filing, said that it had attempted to resolve things before filing the legal action. It required all parties to participate in a mandatory dispute resolution, but both sides had been unable to resolve the problem. Now, I mean, have to have good faith discussions with you before sorting the issue out? What crock of shit is this? You don't see the police going to someone who committed a murder and saying, "Sir, we need to discuss what you've done. You need to polish up your act or else we're going to have to arrest you." No. Your employees committed a crime. They were sexually assaulting people at work. That is not okay. And they should be prosecuted. The people who committed the sexual assaults need to be charged with a crime. The people who covered it up and swept it under the rug, the higher-ups, they should be charged with accessory to a crime. And I'm sorry, it's just as simple as that. I mean, I read an article where Alex Afrasiabi at one BlizzCon was acting inappropriately with women, and J. Allen Brack came up to him, spoke to him, and that was that. And now he's quietly left the company in 2020. What about the justice for the women that have been subjected to this? What about their justice? They probably have PTSD. Some of them probably have suicidal tendencies because of this. It's not right. You people need to be held to account. You really do. I mean, where's the accountability in this? And yeah, I've drummed up some Twitter posts because I think it's important to read some of these. When I originally received this letter a while back, I was afraid to come out with these experiences as that was a very dark time for me. Now seeing the stories being shared by my former female colleagues, I feel supported enough to speak on these experiences. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and the U.S. government is the U.S. government agency responsible for enforcing the federal laws against employment discrimination based on sex, race, color, religion, national origin, age, disability, genetic information, and retaliation. The EEOC is investigating Activision in regard to allegations of gender-based and/or sexual harassment. The fact that EOC is conducting an investigation of Activision does not mean there has been a violation of the law. You are receiving this letter because the EOC received information from Activision that you are a current or former employee. If you personally experienced or witnessed gender-based and/or sexual harassment at Activision, the EEOC would like to speak with you about your experience. When you access the survey, you will be asked to type in your passcode in order to access the survey. Your passcode is blank. This is your unique passcode. Please do not share your code with others. If you are willing to discuss your experience regarding gender-based and/or sexual harassment at Activision, please send an email to EEOC so that we may contact you. You do not need to type anything in the body of the email. We will send you an auto-reply with a link to an e-survey. In that e-survey, we will ask you for additional information. If you are currently employed by Activision, do not take the survey during work hours or using company-supplied equipment or your work email address. If you need assistance taking the survey, please call and an EEOC representative will assist you. If you have questions or concerns, you may contact us. I mean, for them to reach out to female employees, that says a lot. And even if half of the female employees corroborate or have similar stories, that's a significant amount of evidence against Activision Blizzard. And it's disgusting that people would do this. I'm going to come out and say it. I was one of these women. My incident happened in 2013 at BlizzCon. I didn't say anything officially until I decided to leave the company years later because of the name recognition and fear of retaliation. People shouldn't have to be scared of retaliation because people working at a company or high-level executives are abusing their power. That should not happen. I also have other incidents described here, and some not in several areas. It was wonderful to work there. Sometimes it wasn't. Most of the co-workers were wonderful, talented people who cared about quality games, and some weren't. The problem wasn't the lack of accountability. The problem was the lack of accountability, sorry. I want to reiterate that overall, the people who make up the teams at Blizzard are wonderful. They care about each other and their work and the games they make. These things can exist at the same time. It's been on a better path. I hope it keeps moving that way and that it helps. I mean, people shouldn't have to go through these experiences. Oh yeah, a really important thing. This isn't some special new thing that happened because of Activision Blizzard merger. This is Blizzard culture. Don't give Blizzard yet another pass just because it's fun to dunk on Bobby Kotick. No, but we're not giving them a pass because it's fun to dunk on Bobby Kotick. We are actively talking about the people who engaged in sexual assault at Blizzard. Or sorry, Activision Blizzard. Blizzard/Activision Blizzard. If it happened at any time, those people are guilty. They should be charged. I got into a lot of arguments with the frat bros at both Blizzard and Twitch. There's a reason I left both places so quickly, which sucks because there were people at both who were grinding it out because they truly cared about what they were working, where they were working, and the products they worked on. No, I get that. I do. Something to keep in mind on the Activision Blizzard suit. It's only the incidents they know about. There are more. One high-level abuser was quietly shuffled out of the company without a word. I'm sure he wasn't the only one. And that's sad. I wonder if she isn't talking about Alex Afrasiabi. Because I know he quietly left the company last year. Confession time. I have considered going to the press or a lawyer or both over things that happened to me at Blizzard, but I always felt like it was just me misinterpreting things. I would always take the blame for what happened. In the end, make excuses, write things off. But something about seeing all this play out, to see other women come forward, I'm so beyond proud of them. It takes courage that I have yet to muster. This isn't the Twitter thread where I dish, sorry. This is a thread where I relate. Broadly and deeply. I mean, This shouldn't be happening anywhere, and yet it's happening in a company that most people love. I left Blizzard after my boss gaslit me so badly my hair started falling out. My profit sharing, which I relied on to make ends meet, was docked due to underperforming. And when I went to HR to fight it with proof against his claims, I was told, maybe you are underperforming. That's terrible. To then turn around and then make it out as if it's the victim's fault? Nah, that's not right. I'm sorry, Blizzard, you did this to yourself. I mean, there's tons more, and quite honestly, I don't feel comfortable reading everything. It's making me sick to my stomach. You need to be held accountable. Everyone who engaged in this misconduct, every degenerate, needs to be held accountable. Every person who swept this under the rug or ushered people out quietly without any repercussions needs to be held accountable. Me personally, I will not touch a single Activision or Blizzard game ever again. Ever. And you did it to yourselves. People are leaving your games in droves. People are silently protesting in Ouroboros with the time they have remaining after cancelling their subscriptions. I mean, what happened when Swifty was accused without any proof or being convicted? The minute he was accused, you removed his NPC. The one voice actor, the minute he was accused, you deleted all of his voice lines and hired someone else to replace him. But now that you're being accused, you're saying, oh no, wait guys, wait. It's us, it's Blizzard. We wouldn't do this. Trust us. No. We don't trust you. Everything you've done over the years has been scummy. When Blitzchung was banned, it took weeks, if not months, I'm not quite sure, but I think it was a couple of months, before J. Allen Brack came out on stage at BlizzCon saying, we should have done better, we could have done better. Sorry, but your actions speak louder than your words. Those words were said just to try and pretty up your image because of the backlash you received. And it's got to stop. It really has to stop. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. I'd like to read them. And for all the women who suffered through this, I'm really sorry you had to go through that. I really am. It shouldn't happen to anyone. And I hope you get justice. I honestly, truly hope you get justice. And that's it. That is my video on this issue. I will be making videos on any updates. So, geez, I just don't know what to say about this. I really don't. It's terrible. And I thought Blizzard could sink no lower. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's really going to help me out. And I'll see you again in the next video.